Hello and welcome to another installment of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of October 22nd, 2014. So let's get right into it. First up, we have Aquaman number 35. Aquaman's been really, really good. This starts a new story arc of Maelstrom, whatever, however you want to pronounce it. So looking forward to this. I've been really enjoying Aquaman. If you haven't jumped on Aquaman, Johns' run is amazing. And even after Johns, it's been really, really good stuff. So, Aquaman 35. Next up, we have Batman Eternal number 29. I'm going to chunk these up a little bit, so I think this is. I got one issue prior to this to read, so I'm probably going to read these at the beginning of November, maybe mid-November. But I got caught up last week, and really, really good stuff. Really enjoying what's going on in Batman Eternal. It is confusing as shit with what's going on in Batgirl, but I don't think I'm going to be reading that title anymore. Issue 35 was horrid. But if you're looking for, Gail Simone-esque Batgirl, I highly recommend checking out Batman Eternal. So, 29. Next up, we have Catwoman number 35. I'm not a big Jay Lee art fan, but this cover is pretty kick-ass. Hopefully, Valentine can breathe some life into Catwoman. I think it's Ann Nessetti who was writing it before. Sucked balls. Most of the stories had potential, but failed to deliver. But still reading Catwoman because I love Selena Kyle. So, yeah, we'll see where it goes. Next up is Delinquents number 3. Luckily, this is, I believe, 3 of 4, so I only have to suffer through this and one more issue. Not the best book. Quantum and Woody was kind of faltering towards the end of its run. Archer and Armstrong have still been enjoying, but the combination of these two team-up books has not been very, very good. So, got this and one more to suffer through. Hopefully this one improves. We'll see. Next up we have Earth 2 World's End number 3. Much like the Batman Eternal and the New 52's Future's End, this is World's End, I think I said. Future's End. I'm going to let these build up a little bit before I read them. Read the first issue. Enjoyed it, so I'm kind of looking forward to see where this is going. This is all supposed to culminate in what's going on in about April, I believe, with DC, so we'll see where it goes. Next up is actually not a title for me. I picked up this title because my fiance is completely and utterly in love with this character, so anytime anything with this character comes around, I'm supposed to get it. So, Edward Scissorhands, number 1 from IDW. There's 3 variant covers for this issue. We actually got 2 of them, so this is the first one. And then this is the sub-variant you can pick up. There's also a retailer incentive variant, which hopefully, Elusive, the comic store that's actually closer to me than the one I work at, Comics Conspiracy, they actually have the retailer incentive, so hopefully I can grab one from them. But Edward Scissorhands, I'm actually going to check it out and read it. I've always liked Edward Scissorhands as a character, so we'll see how this comic turns out. Next up, we have Flash number 35. Looks like future Flash versus present Flash, so we'll see how this showdown goes. Very kind of dark for Flash with this creative team. But really enjoying it, and if you haven't been reading Flash, I highly recommend Flash. It's been a really solid book in the New 52. Next up, we have Harley Quinn, number 11, and as you go, let me uncover her boobs, and Power Girl, or Chest Girl, or whatever you want to call her. But, Harley's a fun book. I check it out. It's cool. The first hardcover trade for Harley came out this week as well. So if you are really a Harley Quinn fan, I would highly recommend grabbing up that hardcover trade. I may pick it up, I might not. Harley Quinn's been okay. It's not completely up my alley, especially with how the stories progress. But it's fun enough, so we'll see. Next up is Justice League Dark number 35. Still enjoying Justice League Dark. Still like this group of characters that have been thrown together to create a magical Justice League. So yeah, Justice League Dark. Next up we have Lazarus number 12. Greg Rucka's Image book. Been enjoying it for it's I would say it's a slow burn. Feels very paced as a kind of slow burn TV show, but enjoying it, so I'm still picking it up. Then next up we have Multiversity the Just. This cover pisses me off because it's like some pop social media garbage thing. I have no idea. Hopefully the interior isn't as bad as the cover is. But I've been enjoying the stuff from Multiversity, so I'm hopeful that I will still enjoy this one, despite the cover being a complete piece of garbage. Next up, we have the New 52 Futures End number 25. Got caught up not last week, but the week before, with all of my Futures End stuff. Really still enjoying this title. It's I highly recommend, like Batman Eternal, kind of clumping them together and reading kind of a few at a time. So Futures End. Then next up we have Secret Origins number 6. We're going to be diving into Wonder Woman's Secret Origin, Deadman's Secret Origin, and Sinestro's Secret Origin in this title. I've been enjoying the Secret Origin books. It kind of gives you a nice little, glimpse into the New 52 origins of these characters, and so yeah, I mean, I highly recommend this. Is just kind of a, you pick it up or you read it, you enjoy it for what it is. So Secret Origins number 6. Next up we have Sheltered number 12. This pre-apocalyptic tale is morbid. It's way out of whack, but I'm enjoying it for the most part, so I'm still getting it. We actually don't carry any shelf copies anymore, but like this was the shelf copy and I bought it. But so yeah, Shelter number 12. If you're curious, I think the first and second trade are out, but yeah, it's decent stuff. Then last up on my pull list is Unwritten Apocalypse number 10. I still read Unwritten. I still understand part of it. It's most likely being one of those books that I go back to in a few years and read and get a little bit more out of. But for the most part, I've been really enjoying kind of just Unwritten overall. Again, it's not something that like I highly would recommend to people. It is kind of very specific to kind of literary people. But yeah, Unwritten Apocalypse number 10. It's Monsters of the Month variant month for DC, so I did end up getting one variant this week that actually enjoyed. Most of the monster variants I haven't enjoyed, but I had to pick up the Catwoman variant because it was very Halloween-esque and very fitting to Selena Kyle, so I grabbed this one. Really cool. And this is also the picture for our sale at Comics Conspiracy this weekend. That's on our flyer. So trade-wise, I did pick up volume 5 of Suicide Squad Walled In. This is the last trade for this series. So you can go back and grab 1 through 5 and read them. Those first ones are really amazing. They kind of falter in the middle a little bit, but overall, I think this was a fairly good run for Suicide Squad. The new stuff's okay. I've been enjoying it for the most part, but yeah, I did pick up volume 5. Also, if you are on my blog right now, watching this, and you're not blocking ads, the Amazon ad to the right of the list advertises All-Star Western Volume 5. Don't remember what the name of that one was, but I will be getting that eventually. I do enjoy All-Star Western. I think there's one more trade after that, and then it's all done. But Jonah Hex is amazing, character, Jimmy Palmiotti and Justin Gray do an amazing job with him, and I'm bummed that it's been canceled, but at least I get to pick up the trades and have these nice little collections. Also, a couple mentions for trades that came out, or graphic novels that came out. Quantum and Woody: The Complete Collection from Valiant, from the Quantum and Woody stuff. The original Quantum and Woody stuff is out. I'm curious to pick that up. It's about $100, I believe. But yeah, so, and I'm trying to think of what else was memorable. I mentioned the Harley one, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it for graphic novels. So let's get on to the read list. So, first up on the read list is Amazing Spider-Man number 8. Peter Parker's back. It's been okay. It's Slott. He jumps from one thing to another, to another, to another. So, and all the while, the edge of the Spider-Verse is coming or happening. So we'll see. Overall, it's okay. I'm just glad it's not, Doc Ock as Spider-Man. Next up, we have a new number 1 from DC, Arkham Manor. Don't know anything about it. I'll check it out, but we'll see. I mean, I'm not jumping on the number 1s like I used to for DC. I'm kind of waiting them out first to kind of see if it's something that I'm going to enjoy. But Arkham Manor number 1. Then next up, we have Avengers X-Men Access. I don't know how to fucking read the title. Book 1, Red Supremacy number 3. For the most part, Access is, it's okay. It's not something that, I'm like, oh my god, you got to read this. I mean, it's okay. It's been coming out on a fairly decent click. So, yeah, I mean, that's at least got that. It's got that going for it. But for the most part, I'm not too big on it. But we'll see. This issue catches my interest. Next up is another DC number 1, a Deathstroke number 1. This is Tony Daniel art. Or story. I don't know if he's doing art in this or not. I didn't flip through it. But Deathstroke. Everyone loves Deathstroke apparently. Again, I enjoyed the first story arc or so from Deathstroke when the New 52 came out. When Rob Liefeld started doing pencils, I jumped off, and I didn't jump back on because I was like, I don't really care anymore. But I'm curious to see where this goes. Let's see if it's something I end up picking up. Then next up we have Red Lanterns number 35, Godhead Act 1 Part 5. For the most part, I've been enjoying Godhead. There's some things I have issues with story-wise that are going on, but compared to the stuff that we got right after John's run and stuff like that, when the big creative team shift happened, sorry for the yawning, it's really late, Godhead has been a far, far better read. So, Red Lanterns 35. Then next up we have a book that I want to read, but I find myself wanting to look away, so it makes it very difficult. Superman 35, Jeff Johns and John Romita Jr. art. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it hasn't been a Johns title that really grabs my attention, partly because I want to look away all the time because their artwork's so bad. But we'll see if I can get through another issue with Romita Jr. I really wish they would just change the goddamn artist. Then next up is Thanos, A God Up There Is Listening, number 3. These are originally in digital format. There were 6 digital issues from Infinite Comics or Infinity Comics, I don't remember which. This is issue 3, but I think this is the digital 4 book. It's really weird how they're breaking up the digital issues into the print issues. For the most part, it's okay. It's Thanos. It's Thanos' son, so it's all right. So Thanos. The ones that I wasn't able to pick up because we didn't get enough copies, but I hopefully will get a chance to read, are New Warriors number 11. Bodies number 4 of 8 of the Vertigo title. Interesting book. I've enjoyed the 4 different viewpoints of a murder in different times. The future one is weird, but for the most part I enjoy it. Then we have, again, New Warriors number 11. Then we have Predator, Fire and Stone 104. This is the fourth book out of the Prometheus, Aliens versus Predator, and Predator titles from Dark Horse. I've read two out of those, two out of three so far, or two out of the four. I enjoyed those two, so I kind of want to keep reading, but we'll see. We don't get very many copies. We sold out. I don't know if we're going to get them back in, but I might end up just picking these up in trade. The first issues of the two that I read were interesting enough. So, then next up we have She-Hulk number 9. I've been enjoying She-Hulk for the most part. She's going to face off against the Daredevil, or Matt Murdock, in the courtroom, so we'll see where that goes. And then Zero number 11 from Image Comics. That's the other title. Oh man, I'm sorry. Whew. Oh man, it's getting pretty late, and I'm really tired, and I gotta do some stuff tomorrow. So, but yeah, Zero number 11. I mean, it's interesting enough. It's kind of its own thing. Not sure exactly where it fits with like where we would put it, but it is kind of a spy, mercenary, military kind of thing. Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, man. Well, I've been yawning a lot, so I think I should just end this before I yawn too much in this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like this video. And you want to see more of these videos or more of the other videos I'm putting up. I'm throwing around some ideas for videos that I'm going to put up on a regular basis, or attempt to do some more of these videos. So please subscribe, leave your comments, let me know what you think, so on and so forth. For those of you who've watched this video and are like, well, who brings the books home to read? I'm like, the books on the shelf are touched by tons of people before you ever get to them. They're touched by the printing place. They're touched when they're put in a box. They're touched when they're taken out of the box and then put in another box to be shipped to somewhere, and then taken out of that box and put in another box to be shipped to somewhere, where it finally gets processed by one or two people at a comic book store, and then put on the shelf by one or two people on the comic book store. And then there's God knows how many people that touch the comic books and flip through the comic books, and some people actually sit and read the comic books and don't buy them. So yes, I take them home. It's reading material. It's homework, so to speak. But yeah. Other than that, to those of you who've clicked through on Amazon links to buy some books, thank you very much. That every little bit helps. Anybody who clicks through on ads, again, I hate ads, but it's the way I can kind of keep this going. It's really not that much money, but if you are like, oh, I want to buy something, I want to buy that, go ahead and click. It'll help me out. So, yeah, you can find me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. You can also catch me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast, which we record every Monday night. You can send us Twitter questions to @RyanHigginsRyan, and we'll maybe answer those for you there. Also, we did start a Patreon for the Comic Conspiracy. I believe it's www.patreon.com/theComicConspiracy. If you go to Patreon, you can just search us, find us there. Yeah, if you like what we're doing, you can back us there, and every little bit again helps, and we do appreciate it. What else do I got this week? Oh, Constantine is coming out this Friday. I'm looking forward to seeing the series premiere of that. I'm not caught up with Walking Dead. I missed an episode. I'm behind on Gotham by an episode, and I'm behind on The Flash by an episode. But hopefully I'll be able to catch those streaming on my computer. But there are a lot of TV shows coming out. A lot of TV shows out right now. So a lot of stuff coming your way. But thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week.